Hello and welcome to another episode of the Community Spotlight Show, where I interview local companies based in the South New Jersey area that I know and trust to introduce them to you. I'm your host, Jeremy with the world-class GLS Painters, and today I'm here with a great friend of mine, Fernando Torres of OnTarget Media Group. How are you today?
I'm doing well, Jeremy. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I'm very excited to be here today, so thank you.
Thank you for joining me today. Welcome. Let's get into some questions. Where are you from originally, and how long have you lived in the South Jersey area?
So that's a fun question for me. I was born and raised in Vineland, New Jersey. I reside here right now. But in my life, I've lived in New Jersey. I've lived in Mount Laurel. I've lived in Cherry Hill. I spent some time in Philadelphia outside of New Jersey. I've
Wow.
lived in California, New York, Virginia, Pittsburgh.
Wow.
So, I've had the pleasure of, experience little parts of the country around the country throughout my life. But, when I grew roots and got remarried and, had my family, I live here in Vineland with my family, who's, very close to me. So that's where I'm at.
That's awesome. So, Fernando, how did you get into the digital marketing business?
So I made my first website in 1999 the old school way. And I did it just for fun because I was into computers and technology at the time, and the internet had been coming on fast, and it just seemed like the thing to do. And then I played with it and this and that, and then I would say in 2000 and maybe one or two, I started to get a lot more. So a couple years later, I started to get a lot more involved in it. And then one of the jobs that I had, we started selling websites to businesses. I was doing print advertising at the time. We started doing this digital stuff. And I was starting to notice that some of my clients were getting a huge response from it compared to the print stuff that we were doing. And it's not that the print wasn't working, it was, but here's people getting these websites, the local plumber, and next thing you know, they're getting phone calls from it. So I thought it was really neat. And then I would say in 2006, exclusively, I went straight digital, and have never looked back. And I've worked for Fortune 10 companies when years back. I worked for small boutique companies. But one of the things I found over time was I always felt like when I was working with clients, no matter where I was working at the time, I could never really provide the services or the quality of work that they really wanted or desired within the budgets to meet their goals. So, a couple years back, 2013, I started OnTarget Media Group. And just over 4.5 years ago, I went full time with this, and I've never looked back. And, we're really excited to be here today working with local businesses.
That's awesome. So, what's the one thing everybody should know about hiring your service?
So, we really like to take the time to sit down with people and talk about their business when we get a chance. Don't get me wrong, every once in a while we get one of those clients and they get a referral or whatever, they get in touch with us and they say, we need a new website, we need to get going right away. And because of X, Y, and Z. So and then we just get going with it. But for instance, yesterday I was in Cherry Hill, safe distance from someone with masks on, talking about their business. And I spent 2.5 hours there. And we talked about all the ins and outs of their business, when it started, how her and her father got it off the ground, and over the years, the successes that they've had and what makes them different from everyone else and what differentiates them. And it was really wonderful. And I really didn't spend a lot of time telling her about, OnTarget Media Group or all the things that we do. And to me, that's the best sales call. We just want to listen to people. And I took a lot of notes. I had a couple of questions for her. She answered them. And then I left and I told her, I'll shoot you an email with some recommendations. We had talked about some high level things that we could do. And she was really excited about the whole process. Those are the best calls for us. We really want to sit down and listen to our clients, whether, they want to talk about getting a new website or they want to market their business on Google or Facebook or Instagram. We just want to do the things, we want to help them reach their goals through the ways that we can, do best for them, marketing them on Google, whether it's through SEO or pay per click, make a great website for them, shoot video for them, really provide the services and things that we know we're great at to help them achieve their goals.
So let's segue right into the next question. What's unique about your company?
I just think the approach that we take, we're not cookie cutter. Every client that I work with through the company, they don't all just get like, you spend X, Y, and Z on these products, and that just fits for everybody. We have some clients that spend thousands of dollars a month on their marketing because their goals are very aggressive and they have a large area that they cover. And then we have other clients where, their marketing campaigns are very unique and tight to where their audience is, and they want to tell a very specific message. But it all ties back to the original question. It's just about listening to them to help them reach their goals and really putting together the right mix of things to help them work.
That's awesome. So let's get into a fun question.
Sure.
What's your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero? Well, for me, that's a loaded question. And I grew up reading comic books. I had this amazing collection from when I was a kid. I really love Marvel and DC, but for me, it kind of goes back to that guy with the shield.
Okay.
Yeah, Cap to me just embodies all things that are right about the Marvel cinematic universe, comic books in itself, his virtues, his loyalty, and the fact that he might not be the strongest guy in the group, but you cannot beat him. He will go until he will wear you out. He lots of effort. That's me. And I'm an effort guy. I'm all about getting up and getting it done. I just love everything that he's about. I always have ever since I was a kid.
All right.
Yeah.
Captain America.
Captain America all the way, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Spider-Man, big fan. I love Wolverine. But all of them are gritty and have lots of tenacity, and they want to do the right thing even if they're misunderstood. I just love those characters.
All right. So what's the best way for people listening to connect with you?
I mean, the easiest way is to give us a call. But if they want to connect with us on social media, you can look us up on Facebook. If you go to our website, ontargetmg.com, the social links are all there for Facebook, Instagram. We're on Twitter and LinkedIn as well. A lot of everything that we do is business to business. So, we have a lot of exposure on Twitter and Facebook. And, we post regularly to all of them. So you can follow us and engage with us there. Or you can give us a call. Our website has all the information to get in contact with us. You can fill out a form. And, we love to connect with people and help them in any way we can, whether it's they need a small update on their website or they're looking to market to the masses.
Thank you, Fernando, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. I'm very excited that we had an opportunity to connect and see each other, even if it's on Zoom.
All right. This has been another episode of the Community Spotlight Show, where I interview local companies that I know and trust to introduce them to you. Have a great day, everybody. Remember to create something and inspire somebody today.